What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and if you remember a little while back, I made a couple of videos about a game called Allison Road. Now, Allison Road was a first-person survival horror game made by Lillith Limited. Try saying that 5 times fast. But it's in the same style as PT. So if you knew anything about PT, which was what was going to be Silent Hills, which was unfortunately cancelled because of a falling out with Kojima and Konami, but it was in Allison Road is in the same style as that. It's a first-person psychological survival horror game. Now, the guys at Lillith Limited put up a Kickstarter for it at the time, and they were looking for £250,000, and I don't remember the exact date the Kickstarter was going to finish, but it was at some point this month. Can't remember what it was. I looked at it like a week ago, and it was, I want to say that like the 14th or the 16th or maybe the 20th. It was going to run out at some point this month. That's the main thing anyway. But at the time, the guys had about 50% of their Kickstarter money. And right now, as of writing this, they have a smidge over 50%. Now, having said that, the guys from Lillith Limited have actually cancelled the Kickstarter. Now, most people will hear, oh no, they've cancelled the Kickstarter, that means the game is fucked, it's just not going to happen. However, that's not the case. The reason why they have actually cancelled this is because Lillith Limited have found a publisher, or at least a publishing label with an independent studio, or a publishing label for independent studios, I should say, to help make their games and help fund their games and develop their games. So what they're actually doing is they're teaming with I shouldn't have said teaming because that's just the same word twice. They're joining up with Team17, aka the guys behind Worms. So they have a pretty big franchise under their belt anyway. So Lillith Limited, God, I've said that so many times now, put out an official statement about the whole thing. So here's what the statement has to say. We have decided to withdraw the Kickstarter campaign to allow us to commit 100% to an opportunity that will give us the chance as a team to create the best game possible. As a newly founded studio, we have been completely overwhelmed by your encouragement and huge interest in Allison Road, and we'd love to thank each and every one of you for all the amazing support you have given us during our Kickstarter campaign and beyond. Really incredibly appreciated. We're delighted to announce that we will be joining Team17's highly successful games label. If you don't know who Team17 are, they are most known for their Worms franchise. However, they run a fully independent games label. For us, it's an incredible opportunity to be part of a label that looks after not only such a massive gaming franchise, but also supports developers like Platonic, Moldy Tooth, and many others. Working with Team17 will give us the chance to make our game unhindered creatively, but at the same time will give us the resources, support, and experience that only a 25-year-old studio can give. For all of you that have pledged already for in-game rewards, we absolutely promise we will look after you outside. We will look at the ways outside of Kickstarter that will allow you to be involved in the game at a later date. So that's basically what they've said. They did also mention that they're going to be going relatively quiet just so they can focus on the game, simply because now that it's not as involved with Kickstarter, that they're just going to knuckle down and use as much time, money, and resources as possible to actually make the game. So what does this mean? Well, basically it means that Team17 are now funding and helping develop resources, staff, whatever. They're doing all that to help the guys at Lillith Limited to make Allison Road. Now, assuming Lillith Limited, God, why do I have to say that so much? Assuming the guys at Lillith get to keep full creative control, or at least majority creative control, it's probably going to be okay. That's the main thing, because there's a video on YouTube. I suggest you check it out. It's like a 15-minute demo or video presentation showing off the concepts and basics of Allison Road. And if that is the creative side of it that comes from Lillith, then good. Stay with that. Stick with that. And as long as that kind of style and all makes it to the full game, good. If Team17, hopefully they don't have enough creative input to make the game negative. I'm just covering it from both sides here because I'm very well aware that publishers can fuck with people's games, and it happens. I mean, look at Dead Space, look at pretty much anything EA have done, for example, anything Activision have done. Look at Bungie and Destiny. But either way, that I'm getting off topic. The main thing is that I want the game to be good, to be very good, to be as good as it originally looked, and I'd like a full game version of that, simply because Allison Road looks great. PT was pretty damn good, so in the same style, it's going to be hopefully good. And the main thing on top of it is it's pretty much probably going to be the game that makes me buy an Oculus Rift. So, I don't want to go and buy an Oculus Rift and the main game I buy it for turns out to be a piece of shit. So hopefully that's not the case. Anyway, let's hope the actual game gets its proper treatment. Let's hope it releases in around on time. The guys were hoping for a December 2016 release, so end of next year. Let's hope they manage to stick somewhere similar to that. And let's hope Allison Road turns out to be the Silent Hills that we never got. So let me know in the comment section below anyway what you think about Allison Road. What if you think it looks any good, if you think, say, it might be worth trying or buying a Rift for, or what your opinions on the whole, I won't say acquisition, but the whole publishing deal with Team17 is. Are you wary because of how publishers can do things, or if you still have faith in them? I want to have faith in them, but time and time again the industry has proved me wrong. So let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel, while I still recommend you check out that 15-ish minutes Allison Road presentation. It looks badass. Watch it in the dark as well, by the way.